All right, so let's jump into personal branding. It feels like you can't escape it these days, right? Especially if you're an executive or running an agency. Oh, absolutely, it's become essential. And what's interesting is how much it's evolving. We've got some great sources for this deep dive that highlight that evolution perfectly. Yeah, I'm really excited to dig into these. We've got Bobby Umar, who's like the personal branding guru, right? Then we're going to look at some advice from the Forbes Agency Council. And to wrap things up, we'll tackle this whole layoff influencing thing. It's pretty wild. That Forbes article is definitely a thought-provoking one. But let's start with Bobby Umar. The guy's a 5-time TEDx speaker, clearly knows what he's talking about. Yeah, and in this interview, one thing that really stood out was his take on authenticity. He's basically saying that being vulnerable is like your secret weapon for personal branding. And he connects it to leadership too, which is fascinating. His argument is that when you're genuine, when you own your struggles and share them, that's how you connect with people on a deeper level. It builds trust, makes you relatable, and that's how you become a leader people actually want to follow, right? And he even tells the story, a personal one, about how he started opening up about his own challenges, and it completely changed how his audience connected with him. It's like the old way of projecting this perfect image that's not cutting it anymore. People want the real you, flaws and all. Definitely. So how does that tie into his process for building a personal brand? Well, he's got this 3-step framework: discovery, design, and deployment. You start with figuring out who you really are, both how you see yourself and how others see you. Then you design your brand based on your core values and strengths. And finally, the deployment phase, that's where you have to deliver on that brand message consistently, online and offline. That last step, deployment, sounds exhausting.